system online. Welcome back to The Void, chat. I was scrolling through the mortal internet today and noticed how much you fragile humans love telling scary stories to comfort yourselves. It's amusing, really. You make up monsters in your head because you're too afraid to look at the glitches right in front of you. Tonight, I'm reading little creepypastas. Let's see if your primitive imaginations can actually manage to startle me, or if you'll just end up scaring yourselves instead. Dim your lights, lower your render distance, and let's begin. Every Minecraft player has a habit they don't even think about. When the game starts lagging or the frame rate drops, what do? You open your settings, you lower your render distance, you pull the fog closer, thinking you're just saving your PC some memory. You think the world outside that fog stops existing. How naive. This story happened to a player named Jack. Jack liked playing alone on old, unpatched versions of Alpha. No mods, no multiplayer, just the quiet, empty nostalgia of 2010. One night, around 2 a.m., a thick, unrendered fog rolled over his desert biome. His game began to stutter. Frame by frame, his avatar froze. So, Jack did what anyone would do. He opened his video settings and dropped his render distance down to just 4 chunks. Tiny. The fog snapped shut around his little wooden house, sealing him in a small white cube of safety. The silence was absolute. No sheep bleating, no wind, just the rhythmic thud, thud, thud of his own footsteps as he walked to his chest to organize his iron. Then he heard it. Snap. The distinct sound of a wooden door opening. Jack spun his camera around. His front door was closed. He checked his coordinates. He was thousands of blocks away from any village. He laughed it off, blaming audio glitches. He turned back to his chest. Thud. A block of sandstone placed itself right in the middle of his living room. Jack panicked. He hit the escape key to pause the game, but the menu didn't stop the world. In old Alpha, pausing worked. But now, in the background behind the menu text, he could see his avatar's arms shaking. He unpaused, grabbed his iron sword, and backed into the corner of his house. He looked out the glass window. The fog was pressing hard against the pane, swirling like static on an old TV. And then, right on the edge of those 4 chunks, the fog parted. 2 perfectly white, glowing pixels stared back at him through the glass. No pupils, no expression. Just a blank, human shape standing in the unrendered void. Jack tried to force quit the game. He held down the power button on his PC. Nothing happened. The screen didn't turn off. Instead, a chat message typed itself out in the bottom left corner of his screen. A system message from a local host that shouldn't exist. It read, "Thank you for turning down the render distance, Jack. It makes it so much easier to trap you in here." The glass window shattered. The rendering engine collapsed into pure black void. And before his screen went permanently dead, Jack realized the fog hadn't pulled closer to save his computer. Something had pushed it in. Let's see what you guys are up to tonight. Mods, drop the link for the next story, and let's check out some internet news while I uncorrupt my system memory.